The debate today is the overseas influence in the Premier League is harmful to English football.
We're watching football which everybody's in awe of around the world. Do we want to turn the clock back? Do we want to start introducing artificial criteria to say you can only have 5 overseas players on the pitch? What are we doing? We signed Theo Walcott. The first question he asked, he said, will I get a chance to play with Thierry Henry?
People like Thierry Henry, Zola, fantastic players. At the very top, they have been fantastic for the game. They brought some of our youngsters on. But there are just too many middle-ranking, fabulously well-paid Winston Bogart types who are silting up English football. And what happened at the last tournament? We didn't qualify.
We're talking here about foreign influence. And I suggest that on any real level, foreign influence, far from being bad for football, has been absolutely superb. The vast majority of them have massively improved the clubs that they've invested in and look set to continue to do so.
Do you want your country to be successful? Do you want to see the Bobby Moore of the future? We need to make sure that the people running our game do not leave the National Football Centre that should have been built in 2002.
There's more money than ever before being plumbed in to the youth development. But the root of the problem is getting the young kids interested and focused in the first instance to play football. Do you think managers get any pleasure out of spending 40, 50, 60 million pounds, or do they get more pleasure in nurturing a young kid that they've discovered coming through the ranks?
Unfortunately now, you look at Liverpool's academy, where the stars coming out of it now? Because you have a manager who is saying, well, I'm not actually going to be here, so I don't need to worry about building up the relationship between the academy and the first team.
Who's responsible for bringing kids through? That's the charge.
It is the FA's responsibility. They are at the top of the pyramid from that perspective. But the funding and the direction of where that funding goes is not correct.
With so many foreign owners coming in, you've all heard of the 39th game, which means that Arsenal against Tottenham will be played in Dubai in 5 years' time. They don't see it as the English Premier League. They see it as a global league, and they want to move it around the world. And I do worry about that.
It's not foreign owners who are saying, why don't we play a 39th game in Dubai or in Shanghai? It's frankly the fact that there is an enormous demand out there for this product which is being created in the UK.
I would guess the majority of people in this room who are deeply in love with football fell in love with English football by watching the national team. The season after Gaza had played in Italia 90, the streets were full of kids wanting to emulate Gaza.
The truth is, you actually get introduced to football at your own club level invariably. You go to see the first game you'll see, your probably likelihood is you'll support that team through thick and thin. It's an unconditional love affair.
You look at the current England side, and it's got within it enormous talent that was homegrown. You know, my club grew a young lad called Rooney.
Can you really say have foreigners been good for the England national team? Capello doesn't think so, Platini doesn't think so, Cruyff doesn't think so.
In 1992, the year in which the Premiership was formed, our FIFA international ranking was 12th. We had moved from 12th to 6th.
The time has come to tell you of the vote. 4-23. Against 49, 2 abstentions. Against Javi.